I keep trying to film a reading, and if it doesn't work this time, I'll just like give up and cry. But maybe it's not meant to be that long of a reading. So we're just gonna tune into the energy. I feel like it's about two people. I'm hearing the phrase, "Get off my back." Get off my back. Ooh, it's very specific. I don't know if there's somebody who you were dealing with. Let me just take off all my makeup so that we can talk. I don't know if there's someone you were dealing with who's like, it felt like you were standing on their back in some way. And I'm getting an energy where they're just like, I think they've been through a lot of stuff and they just like don't have the energy. But I also think that they liked you in some ways. And I'm wondering like what the deal is, because it feels a little bit like cranky, the energy. It feels like somebody who's like, it almost feels like somebody who can't breathe because they're just like out of breath. I don't know if you like, you or they are like an exerciser, the box. Since we got it kind of reversed, I want to say like, I think that somebody has lived in a situation where there's conformity and they're like really different and people don't understand them. Kairos. Ooh. I think that right now you're in a time where you're seeing growth as non-linear, okay? And that's really important. I was doing a meditation with my guided, what is it? My guardian angels. It's funny. A guided meditation with guardian angels. I don't know why the thing is moving. Oh, okay. And it was just like cool, and I saw like a chrysalis, like which is an important like thing for me symbolically, but you know, it was about my healing, that I'm like a butterfly going through a chrysalis, then you have to see your like healed self coming into your body, and like this really cool visualization. That might be something you want to do, is like envisioning your healed self, what coming into your body. In terms of growth being non-linear, I think like, I'm literally gonna just take my makeup, sorry, off. I think there's like, bothering my eye and getting my eye. I think there's situations in your life where you're seeing like it doesn't actually happen in the way we predict a lot. Emotional growth, spiritual growth, you know, spiritual healing, body healing. It has its own time frame. It goes in like weird, you know, I'm almost seeing like a, I'm just hearing the word sputter. I'm seeing like something go round and round until it runs out of water. Like maybe a, you know, like a water bottle. I don't know. When I was growing up, people used to do weird things with water bottles. Like boys, they'd always like do weird things with exploding the water in water bottles. I'm almost seeing something. Oh, I'm seeing bumper cars. I don't know if you and this person were in situations where you're like bumping up against each other. Like, ooh, yeah, like maybe like just like vibrationally, energetically, like I think this. Yeah, I think that's some of the problem here, is that one person was like, I speak my mind, and the other was like, I like to speak about things, but they all are just like things I'm speaking and they're not really what I feel. Okay, so one person is like in touch with their throat chakra in a different way, and the other one finds that intimidating or threatening because they like to stay in the box. Okay, father reversed. I think that there's a negative situation with maybe both people's fathers that are in this dynamic, maybe you and the other person. And I think that it's just like a negative dynamic, and that affects things. The forest, it affects how you reach for intimacy when you have a parent that it's like it's negative with. I think you both were in like a forest in your own lives. You were both like this sort of a Jungian sense of the forest being the primal fears, the primal experience, or like, you know, that which connects us with our ancestors in some ways. It's like you were in a dark night of the soul in your life, which is a book by St. John of the Cross. I've read it. It's not the best. I mean, it's a downer is what I'll say. It's very philosophical, but like you were in a dark night of the soul, and this person was too, but they were more like, I am telling you how bad it is. And at the same time, I don't think they told you everything. I think there were things they were hiding, but your dark night of the soul has been longer, and like I think you've been in an unhappy relationship, viewer, and this newer person that you interacted with for like a period of time was interesting, and I don't think there was any idea that it would be a relationship, but I think that you wonder about that dynamic because you're unhappy in your situation now, which there's no shame in that. I also think there's a possibility you've left that situation and or moved on, like, and are just thinking about these two comparing situations, because I think the person you were with was damaging, okay? And you were like either extricating yourself or still involved, or maybe you still are, but like, and you're just like, maybe you still are and you're looking for a way out, but they were damaging. They did things. I'm seeing like unanswered phone calls, and like I'm seeing a pie that no one eats that you left out. And so it's almost like symbolic, like you made these sacrifices, you like made things, you like cooked for them, you provided, and they didn't accept what you had to offer, okay? Because it wasn't good enough, because I don't know, this person has issues. This is the person you were with, not this other person. And then this newer person that's relating to the chrysalis energy for both of you, which is like growth, regeneration, rebirth, beauty, and you know, the chrysalis turns into a butterfly. That person, the Bardo, they are in a new timeline, okay? I do like think about that. Like they're in a different, that's why you're not interacting anymore, because they like snap their fingers. I don't know if this person has like mystical qualities, or like maybe they like study alchemy and how to change their reality, but they like saw like their life, they were just like, no more. I think there's someone who maybe travels or leaves situations, but they were like, them leaving your dynamic was necessary because they were leaving another dynamic, okay? And yeah, the bumper cars, I think that was why it was an